My name is Saba. I have always wanted a simple, happy life. I had dreamed the most beautiful dreams with my husband, Rihan. Our days were full of joy, and even small arguments only made our love sweeter, and I thought we would always be together. But life is never what we expect. At first, everything was normal. Rihan and I would wake up in the morning, make tea for each other, laugh over little things. Our life had a peace that made every day meaningful. But over time, little things started to change. Coldness came into Rihan's words, and sometimes he hesitated to talk in front of me. I thought maybe he was tired, but deep in my heart, a fear settled. Then one day he came and simply said, "Saba, we are done. We are getting a divorce." At that moment, I couldn't understand anything. My mind was confused, my heart was racing, but tears just flowed from my eyes. The same person who had won my heart, who was a part of my life, was now leaving me. I stayed awake at night, every moment filled with questions, pain, and emptiness. In front of friends and family, I just smiled and said, "Everything is fine," but inside I was broken. No one understood my reality, and I realized that loneliness had become my only true friend. At first, I hated myself every day. I kept thinking maybe I had failed, maybe I was weak, maybe I had made the wrong choices at the most important moments of life. Nights were long, eyes full of tears, heart full of emptiness. Sometimes I would just sit by the window, watch the world outside, and wonder how life was playing such an unfair game. But one day, I made a promise to myself. I will never break for anyone. I will live my life for myself. That was the moment I first felt strength within me. I decided I would never be weak again. I vowed to turn my pain into my power. I took small steps. First, I managed my finances, started working on small business ideas. I worked day and night, learning lessons from every failure. I valued every moment of my life, learning something new from every experience. The person who considered me weak, I became stronger every day. Nights passed in solitude, but I polished myself in every moment. Small business projects, small capital investments. After every failure I told myself, this is not the end of your story, this is the beginning of your strength. I listened to my inner voice, faced my weaknesses, and moved forward one step at a time. I realized that strength is hidden in pain and struggle. Every night alone, every day of effort, every small decision made me stronger. I recognized the hidden power inside me and understood that no person's attitude could break my life. After 5 years of being alone, I realized that just staying in sadness and grief would get me nowhere. I told myself, now it's time to rebuild my life. I focused on small business ideas that required little money but more creativity. I started writing every idea in a notebook, waking up every morning with a new plan, thinking about it every night. Failures came often at first. I created many projects, but every time the money ran out, people dropped out, and sometimes enduring all of this was hard for me. I stayed awake at night thinking, asking in my heart, can I really succeed? Will all this hard work go to waste? But I never gave up. After every failure, I analyzed my mistakes and the next day moved forward with a better plan. I learned that the key to success is patience, persistence, and believing in yourself. I worked on my personal qualities, time management, planning, and attention to every small detail. I learned financial decision-making, understood market demands, and did everything possible to improve my business. Slowly, my efforts started showing results. My small projects started succeeding with a small customer base. People were impressed by my hard work, and more investors showed interest after hearing about my business. I recognized the opportunity and proved to myself every day that Saba was no longer weak. This journey was not easy. I fought with myself many times, doubted my dreams, sometimes felt maybe I wasn't capable. But every moment I told myself, this is your life, your decisions, and your strength is within you. Friends and family were with me too. Some friends stayed, some drifted away. I learned that not everyone stays with you, but you have to make your life decisions yourself. Family support was very important to me. They reminded me of my worth and that I could find lessons in every loss. After 5 years of continuous hard work and struggle, my life had completely changed. The Saba who once lost herself in heartbreak and grief had now become a strong, confident, and independent woman. My company was stable, employees trusted my decisions, and every small step testified to my hard work and persistence. But with every success, social pressure increased. People started envying my achievements. Some criticized me, doubted my projects, and some spread rumors behind my back. I learned that the biggest test of strength is not just financial or professional, but also facing social pressure and the opinions of others. During this time, I sensed Rihan's return was near. I heard he wanted to come back after hearing about my business and success. He probably thought I was still that weak girl who couldn't live without him. But I knew Saba was no longer the same. The day finally came when Rihan returned to the city. I heard him, but immersed myself in my busy life and company work. Yet there was a slight stir inside, an echo of an old memory hidden in a corner of my heart. I reminded myself that he was the same person who left me, and his arrival could not affect my success or peace. When he met me, I let him in, but my face showed calm and dignity. Rihan tried to show the same old confidence, but I knew he was now weak and powerless in front of my success. I looked at him, and in my eyes was the strength that 5 years of struggle and effort had given me. He said, "Saba, I have returned. I want us to start over." I looked at him silently and said, "You thought I couldn't live without you? You were wrong. I have built my life for myself, and you cannot be a part of it." His face showed both surprise and regret. The person who once decided my fate now seemed small in front of my success. I told him further, "I am not the Saba who broke 5 years ago. I have taken control of my life into my own hands. Your absence did not make me weak, it made me strong." After Rihan's return and his regret, I fully understood the most important lesson of my life. Sorrow and grief are temporary, but strength, dignity, and self-confidence are permanent. I realized that true freedom is not only financial or physical but also mental, emotional, and spiritual. I told myself, "Saba, you have regained control of your life. Your success is yours, your decisions are yours, and your dignity is your greatest asset." At that moment, I realized that in 5 years of hard work and struggle, I had learned everything that no school or formal education in the world could teach. My company had now become a strong institution. Every employee respected me, every client appreciated my work, and every project was the result of my decisions and hard work.